Hi, today's session is all about strengthening your posture and helping you to realign, gain some more sort of upright strength. So this involves quite a lot of strength through the back of the body today. If I can ask you to join me standing to start with, we're going to stand against the wall. I'd like your bottom against the wall. Okay, don't worry if your heels aren't quite touching, they can be away slightly, depending how deep your bottom is, of course. And the back on the wall as well. Let's take the arms out at 90 degrees and we're going to do like a wall angel. So start squeezing down, and as you squeeze down, bring the elbows down toward the ribs. So we're working into any sort of tightness into shoulders that might happen here, but try and draw your shoulder blades down at the base, if that makes sense. So think about the base of the shoulder blades drawing down, and then allow that glide and that release up. So that's going to be your inhale. Exhale, sliding down. Now you can do this seated, but I think the wall's a really nice measure here, isn't it? It's a good aim to try and get some openness through the front of the body. Because as well as strength as we pull down through those shoulder blades, we also want to open up the front of the chest and the front of the shoulders, which can get quite tight. And if we've got tight shoulders, tight chest, it again contributes to that forward posture, that hunching and rounding that we're trying to fix today. So drawing down through shoulder blades, gliding up. So they call that elevation of shoulder blades and depression of shoulder blades as they lift and lower. We're just here for a few more. Try and build some strength as you pull down. And some release as you stretch up. Strength, draw elbows down to ribs. Inhale, release. And as I say, if you can keep on the wall, fantastic. If you're not quite near it yet, don't worry, it's a goal. Let's go for two more. Finding that strength. And last one, nice reach. And then strength as you draw down. And just release there. Maybe step away and just do a few rolls of the shoulders. Lovely. Hopefully you're already feeling a little bit more open at the front and a little bit stronger at the back. We're going to come to seat now and do some mobility for that thoracic region of the spine. So I'm going to sit with my legs crossed. If you're more comfortable with a block or sitting on your knees, please feel free to do so. We're going to take one hand up nice and high, and we're going to elongate tall through the spine. Sitting up tall on the sit bones, start to take that up and over arch. So from here, again, think about the strength in your back. So draw that top shoulder blade down your back and open your collarbones wider. So that gives you much better structure, opens the chest and shoulders, and finds that strength in the back. Framing the face with the arms so that we're not crowding the face. And just see if you can lift the ribs any higher away from the hip bone there. If your sit bones have lifted and your bottom's lifted off the mat, please ground through it. And breathe. Lovely. From here, we're going to imagine that we're wearing a shiny necklace, and you're going to shine that necklace, shine that chest up towards the ceiling for a little bit of rotation, and then thread your needle. So you're going to dive as if you're trying to get underneath your armpits. So we'll inhale, lift and shine. Exhale, thread through and under. So we're taking this side bend and now we're adding rotation. So we are asking quite a lot of our back. Again, can I remind you to keep the strength? So as you open, lift and shine, draw that shoulder blade down. Good. And we'll go for one more round here. We're going to lift and shine as we inhale. Exhale, thread through and under. Come back through side bend. Gently press through the mat to pull you back to seated. Lovely. Let's have a go on the other side. Stretching up, sitting through sit bones. Sit tall. Take that up and over sensation to get your side bend, and make adjustments here. Draw your shoulder blade down your back to open the chest and the pectoral muscle here, framing the face with the arm. Lovely. So holding in this gorgeous side bend, finding that strength in your back. It's so easy to let go of. We're going to lift and shine our chest and then thread through and under the armpits. Inhale, lift and shine, drawing shoulder blade into place. Exhale, thread through and under. Inhale, lift and shine. Exhale, threading through and under. Inhale, lift and shine. Exhale, thread through. Let's go for one more here. Inhale, lift and shine, drawing that shoulder blade down. Exhale, thread through and under. Back through side bend and pressing out of the mat. I want to keep rotating next, but we're going to find a new position. So we're going to find our downward dog. If you can join me into a plank position, and from there, if you lift your hips up high and encourage your heels a bit closer to the mat, you'll find a downward dog. You can reposition hands and feet if you need to make this a little bit more accessible. And we're going to see if we can take one hand and twist through to try and touch your opposite ankle. Hold here. If you're not at ankle, hold knee or hold calf, and try and look under your armpit. Take a breath. Lift the tailbone high. Place the hand back. Change hands. So you're reaching across to the opposite knee, calf or ankle, and then try and look under your armpits. Maybe take a gentle smile there to encourage you along. And once more each side. Place the hand, take the other hand through, twisting to your opposite foot, and try and look under your armpits. Lift that tailbone skyward and swap hands, placing one hand, taking the other one through. Good, getting a really nice twist whilst we're in a position of strength. Take both hands back down towards the mat. Bring your body forwards through to a plank position. Take your knees down and sink back to child's pose, resting forehead on the mat, and settle in here 3 deep breaths. Try and breathe into your back, widening the back with the breath. Start to bring yourself forward to rest on your tummy and prop up on the elbows and the forearms for a moment. We're just going to draw the shoulder blades down, open the collarbones. Do use your forearms and your hands to press through, and think about just looking straight ahead of you at the moment. We're then going to do a slight roll down, but just for the neck. So start to tuck your chin, start to drop your nose, and start to nod your head. And just let your head hang forward, so we're still strong through the forearms and the hands. Still drawing shoulder blades down, still opening collarbones wide, but just let your head and your neck relax. Maybe even give it a bit of a wiggle or a wobble there to just encourage some release. Think of your neck in 3 different parts: the base, the middle, and the top of the neck. So start to rebuild from the base. Pull the bottom of the neck up, then pull the midsection back up, and then pull the front of the neck up. Just so you're gazing at the front edge of your mat, you don't need to look forwards, because if you look forwards, your neck will actually go into back bend. We'd like a nice long, lengthened, neutral neck. And then once you're there, again, just allow your head to drop. Gently nodding nose, nodding forehead, and maybe give your head a wiggle or a wobble. Again, re-engage, press through the forearms and the hands, draw the shoulder blades down, open the collarbones, rebuild the base of the neck, the midsection of the neck, and the top of the neck, just so you gaze at the front of your mat. Start to take the top of the neck down first, then fold the middle of the neck forwards, then let the base of the neck hang forwards. Re-engage, shoulder blades down, open collarbones, rebuild the neck, drawing lower neck, mid-neck, upper neck to neutral. Neutral, we just mean length at the back of the neck. And then gently soften again, so top of the neck rolls forwards, mid-neck rolls forwards, base of the neck rolls forwards. Again, let it hang, let it really relax, let that switch off. Re-engage through that strong shoulder support, shoulder blades drawing down, and rebuild the neck from base, middle, upper. And again, gently allow the upper neck to roll forwards, mid-neck, the base of the neck. Let the head hang, let it chill out. Re-engage your shoulder blades down, open collarbones, pressing through the forearms. Rebuild base of the neck, mid-neck, upper neck. And gently come down to relax. Rest your head on your hands, create a pillow for your head with your hands, and just take a moment there. If you need a child's pose to get a bit of forward bending into the back, feel free. You might like to join me by bringing your knees and legs together and just wiggle your bottom side to side. That will give you some twist and mobility into the back. But as I say, if you need a child's pose or any cat-cow movements or anything at all here, please take time to settle through the spine and through the neck, even if you need to pause the video and just take a few moments, because the neck can affect people in many different ways. Can be linked to headaches, can be linked to nausea, things like that. Lovely. So we're going to strengthen through the neck, the upper and the mid back next. We're going to take the hands down by the sides of the body and rest the forehead on the mat. We're going to do the dart. So lift your shoulders off the mat, engaging the upper back. Lift your palms away from the mat, engaging mid back. Reach down towards your toes to draw the base of the shoulder blades down, engaging there. Start to lift forehead and nose. As you lift into your dart, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax forehead, relax nose, relax hands and shoulders. And again, lift shoulders, lift hands, reach to the toes as you lift forehead, nose, and into your back bend. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the foreheads, the hands, the shoulders. Remember to keep your neck long so we don't have to look forwards. We keep the neck long in line with the spine. Lift the shoulders, lift the hands. Start to reach for the toes as you lift the forehead, the nose, keeping the neck lengthened in line with spine. And rest forehead, rest hands, rest shoulders. Let's make this a little bit tougher. We're going to hold up there this time. So lift shoulders, lift hands, reach for feet as you lift nose and forehead. Start then to pulse your palms back towards the ceiling. So keep reaching for the toes, but we're really starting to work into the mid-back now. Take deep breaths. You don't have to be here for ages. You can always come down sooner if you wish. Last breath. And relax head, hands and shoulders. Lovely. Bring hands either side of your body and let's take it back to child's pose there for a nice stretch out and a lengthen through the back. Take deep breaths as you rest your forehead on the mat. Give your neck a little bit of a rest there. Coming to hands and knees next, we're going to do, it seems simple, but it's quite technical this one. We're going to do an arm float. So I want you to think about your shoulder blade positioning really, really well. So if you can draw those shoulder blades down your back, so like we have done throughout the session, drawing the base of the shoulder blades down. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, set them down. We don't need them anywhere near our ears. And then as you slowly start to take a hand forwards, just draw a line in the mat. Keep the shoulder blade drawing down and see if you can then just float off the mat slightly. Now watch here, because there'll be a point where your shoulder might just overstretch and hunch up to your ear. If that's happened, draw your shoulder blade down, retract your shoulder, and then take your hand back down again. We're doing that on the same arm for 3 more. So start to draw a line, drawing shoulder blade down, set the shoulder low, both shoulders low, and then gently release back down. Good. They are tough, just really thoughtful. So drawing the shoulder blades down, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. And it might be that your range of motion isn't great to start with. You'll find as you go through that they improve. And if you practice this and come back to this video regularly, you will start to see good improvement here. Let's go for one more. You'll notice that as you draw your shoulder blade down and set your shoulders low, that you're using your back muscles to support your shoulder strength, which is fantastic. Let's have a go on the other hand. So we're going for about 5 here, drawing shoulder blades down, set shoulders low, start to float the arm. If you feel like you're hunching your shoulders, set them down lower again. You have to kind of check every repetition. It's really tempting. The body finds its ways of coming out with posture. So just taking those gentle lines and those gentle floats, drawing shoulder blades right down, drawing down through the base of the shoulder blades, shoulders set down away from ears. We'll just go for 2 more now. Good, just check and reset each repetition, as it's so easy for these to come out of place. Set shoulders down, shoulder blades down for our last movements. Good, and bring it back. Lovely. So just come off the wrists for a moment, give those wrists a little bit of a shake. You can kneel back or you can kneel up if that's more suitable, as if you're just shaking water off your hands. We're going to do a sidewards arm movement. This will actually feel a little bit easier, but again, quite an important angle to get right. So we're going to come onto hands and knees one more time. Draw shoulder blades down the back, drawing down through the base, set the shoulders low. You're going to take your arm and float it out to the side. As it floats out, feel the shoulder blade come into the center spine and down a bit, so it's like nestling back into its home base. And then bring the hand back to the mat. And go again, start to float. Shoulder blade sets into home base, in and down. And then gently back to the mat. Let's go for 3 more. We're going to squeeze shoulder blade into home base. Good, and back. And you've got 2 more there. Set those shoulders down away from the ears. Drawing shoulder blade in and down. And last time, let's take that arm out to the side. Shoulder blade comes back home. And relax down to the mat. Good. Let's change hands. Get yourself set up. Shoulder blades low, shoulders set down away from your ears. Drawing shoulder blade to home base each time. Good. So drawing that arm away, shoulder blade nestles in and down slightly. Nice. We're here for 3 more. So drawing shoulder blade in. Good. Keep shoulders set down. Again, you just have to keep reminding yourself, because your brain and your habit, then you habitually want to just hunch and scrunch and take all that tension into shoulders. Let's try and get strength into back instead. Lovely, bringing those hands back down to the mat. And then just taking a drop of the tummy, a lift of the tailbone, and looking forwards to arch the back. Start to round your back neck, so tuck your tail, tuck your chin, arching and rounding. And going between those 2 motions, so an inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Lovely, flowing through, enjoy. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, arching. And exhale, rounding. Coming back through to neutral spine. Come to sit in a comfortable position. So on bottoms or kneeling. I really hope today's video has shown you about how to draw your shoulder blades in, but also vitally down, drawing the base of the shoulder blades down. Because if you can start to access this mid-back strength, it takes so much work and effort out of the shoulders, and it will give you much more peaceful, much more relaxed shoulders, which is exactly what we want. So I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want more, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one.